Well, hello and good morning, everybody. I know it's been a hot minute since I've done a video. I've been having problems with my car mounts, and that's why you haven't been seeing any of my driving to work videos lately. I will let me make an announcement. You all can hear me go into more detail about a lot of things I talk about on I have a podcast on Podbean called True Sharks Radio, and I'd like to invite you to come out there and take a listen. I'm kind of on, not kind of, but I'm on hiatus right now until the end of the season. And also I'm trying to expand to another platform, Rumble. I want to expand to that. And I'm still going to do videos on YouTube and whatever, but I want to expand to Rumble, and there I'll probably do a lot of my live videos. I want to do a live video at the same time doing my radio program. So if you will go out there and I'll let you know when I expand to Rumble. I'm trying to get some software underway, trying to get some bugs worked up, and trying to get some screen sharing and all that kind of mess. But if there's anybody out there who can school me on how to do the screen sharing and platforming and stuff like that, it would be greatly appreciated. But having said all that, let me go on and talk about what I want to talk about today. Yesterday, I saw a couple of clips of an elderly lady working at Target. And Target's a store I'm familiar with because my wife works at a Target. She works part-time there. And despite Jamal Bryant's Target ban, I don't even know what he's talking about. They're getting rid of DEI, but they still have black people working at Target. Someone make me understand that. But anyway, I digress. But this elderly lady, she was working in Target, and Target's policy is, their dress policy is, you wear jeans and a red shirt, and they don't care what's on the red shirt. I guess they don't want anything like profanity or anything on it, but other than that, as long as you have a red shirt, you're properly uniformed to work at Target. Of course, I had to buy some red shirts for my wife when she started at Target a couple of months ago. But some lady comes up to her and she's videotaping. She's got her phone out and she's videotaping this lady. And she's upset because this elderly lady, is wearing a red shirt that supports Charlie Kirk. Now, one of the things that you'll hear when you hear debates between conservatives and liberals is that liberals are the tolerant ones. They're not the ones committing all the violence, even though you can see, contrary to their rhetoric every time you turn on the news. But the conservatives are the intolerant ones. They don't like the LGBTQ, and they're the ones who are committing these acts of violence and mass shootings and everything like that. And people fall for that, and I don't understand why they fall for that, because all it takes is a little bit of research and you'll find out that a lot of what they say is nothing but a bunch of garbage. When Charlie Kirk was murdered in September, people came out and said, oh, his shooter is a conservative. His parents are conservative. Well, just because his parents were conservative doesn't mean that he was. He was not a conservative. But people have this idea. I don't know how they get this idea. Well, I know how they get it, because they don't check the evidence themselves, and they let the media feed all this slop to them and everything. But this lady was upset that this lady was wearing a Charlie Kirk shirt. And she's up there saying he's a racist and all that and everything. And for those of you all who keep pushing this racist rhetoric about Charlie Kirk, you have never watched his videos. I have. I watched a ton of them. And I have yet to hear him say anything to denigrate any black person, ever. People say, oh, he's a white supremacist. And I've seen preachers getting up here talking about that mess. And preachers are supposed to be bringers of the truth. You're supposed to be preaching the truth. Now, how in the world you can call yourself a preacher and call Charlie Kirk a racist is beyond me. But I see this all the time with the liberals. They get upset at a MAGA hat. Oh, you got a MAGA hat. I've seen videos of people snatching MAGA hats off of people's heads. But can someone point out to me when a conservative has done that to a liberal? Let's say they have a I'm with her hat on, or a Hope and Change hat on. Have you ever seen conservatives attack liberals in the same way that liberals do the same to conservatives in the same way? Have you seen that? Have you ever seen that? And don't sit there and say, well, you just don't see it on the news. Let me tell you, our liberal news media, if they ever got hold of of a clip of a conservative snatching a hat off of a liberal, or condemning someone for wearing a Hillary Clinton shirt or a Kamala Harris shirt, they will run with it, and they will run it into the ground. So don't give me this garbage. Oh, you just don't see it on the news. Like the news is going to show you everything. And a lot of these clips that you see of people, liberals attacking conservatives, you're not going to see that on the news. You're not going to see that. And it's this type of idiocy, which is the main reason why this country is in a lot of trouble, because people will believe anything. And I don't want to sound like I'm going off course, but I also heard the statement by Joy Reid that Jingle Bells is a racist song because it talks about laughing all the way and all that and everything. And there are people who will sit there and give Joy Reid, I'm just going to be simple. I'm just going to play it simple. Joy Reid gets paid millions of dollars to be an idiot. And I don't mince words when I say that. That's what she does. She's a millionaire for being an idiot, which means I'm in the wrong field of work. Maybe I can be an idiot and say idiotic things and get paid millions of dollars too. But once again, I digress. But people get caught up in their feelings, like, let me just say this. I'm going to say this. If someone came in wearing a t-shirt that said, Heil Hitler, I might sit there and say, that person's an idiot, but I'm not going to go up to them and confront them and say, you shouldn't be wearing that shirt. If I move in next door to someone who is waving a Nazi flag, I might sit there and say, you know what, hey, he has his right to fly it. Just, do your thing. Just don't do anything to me and my family, because then we'll have problems. I have no problem with it. I am not a fan of Barack Obama. I'm not a fan of Kamala Harris. I'm not a fan of any of these liberal hacks. But if you wear a t-shirt or bumper sticker or whatever, I am not going to come up to you and confront you like these liberal hacks do. And they act like if you wear a Charlie Kirk shirt or Donald Trump shirt or MAGA hat or something like that, they make it like you have committed some kind of crime, which you haven't. And let me just say this. Target is one of the wokest companies out there. And I hope they don't go the woke route and say, well, you know, we can't wear anything with Charlie Kirk on it or anything like that. I hope they don't go that route. Because if somebody had come up in there wearing a Barack Obama shirt and a conservative came in, the conservative wouldn't say anything to him. They'd just leave him alone. You know, I see people with the bumper stickers, the liberal-leaning bumper stickers and everything, and I'm like, okay, well, all right. I don't agree with them, but I'm not going to come up there and key their car or flatten or slash their tires or anything like that. That's what you liberals do, and you all know you do it. You all are the violent ones. And see, this is why I don't like politics. All I like to be about is the truth. I don't like politics. But people keep pointing to you, hey, look at them, look at them, look at them. That conservative sneezed wrong. Oh, he's a racist. Oh, look at that conservative. He's petting that cat. Oh, he rubbed the fur the wrong way. You know, you're willing to point out, nitpick every little thing the conservatives do, but then when you do the very same thing 10 times worse, you act as if, oh, nothing to see here. A lovely day today. Oh, are we going to get rain today? Oh, is that a UFO? You know, I mean, so people, look, those of you all who watch the news or whatever, watch it with a grain of salt. Don't sit there and just take their word for it. Do your due research. Because I hear people all the time talking about how much of a white supremacist Charlie Kirk was. And when they say that, I can guarantee you they have never watched a Charlie Kirk video. They heard other people say Charlie Kirk was a racist. They may have played little clips of him making him look like that he's supporting racism and everything and stuff like that. But I watched Charlie Kirk. The man was not a racist. He was not a white supremacist. All he wanted to do was go around and engage people, ask the questions, debate them, and debate them on, you know, the questions that they asked. So, liberals, you all out there, y'all stop it. Stop it, please. Please stop it. I know you won't, but, you know, I'm still pleading with you. Please stop it. Stop being stupid. Stop being idiots. Stop pushing this garbage and this slop out here. Get a brain, learn to research, and stop following after your feelings. Stop being led by your feelings. Stop being led by politics and civil rights and all that crazy mess. Start following the truth. This is Vincent E. Brain. I'm signing off. Until the next time, I'll see you on the rebound.